Hey, what's up? Ryan back again for another video today. Today we're going to talk a little bit about lighting. And as a musician, focusing always solely on sound, lighting is its own beast, and trying to understand it can be a little bit challenging at first. But as you'll learn, lighting is a make or break part of YouTube. So let's get into it. Here we go. So just at the beginning here, I want to say real quick, this is about the third time I've shot this video because I've been playing with different amounts of lighting. And I started with a single spotlight at about a 45-degree angle, kind of lighting half my face. And I didn't really I felt like the one side of my face was too dark. In another video I shot, I felt like even though I was well lit and the background looked dark from just a quick monitor check, that with this dark background, it was looking really grainy and it was actually showing weaknesses in my camera. So I had to rework that video. It wasn't going to suit my needs in this situation. So just something to be aware of, because as you play with your gear and as you go down these paths towards making a better product, you're going to experience some bumps along the way. And when you start to put together your equipment and you start to play with lighting, you're going to settle real quick on some settings that you like, that are going to light your subject, whether that's yourself or someone else in your video, whether you're doing an interview or you're doing a music video. I've watched tons of videos. We can't all just have that $3,000 camera right up front. We've got to start with other equipment. And one part of this video today is, as you saw in the title, putting together a really inexpensive lighting kit. And I don't want this video to turn into an arts and crafts video, but I did want to show you what I've got. And that was to take a couple of really simple clamp lights, spotlight style, from Home Depot, here in Canada, about $22, I believe. In the States, probably just under 20. What I did to soften that light, because what I really wanted was more of a softbox lighting kit sort of a style to them. The clamp obviously makes them extremely easy to position. As musicians, we all probably have mic stands kicking around. I've got all my lights right now up on mic stands, just clamped on. They're great. But I found the lighting a little bit harsh, and what I wanted to do was soften that lighting. And you may laugh, but what I did, as you'll see here in the video, I wrapped them in parchment paper to soften that light. And it really, really works for right now. I actually did just place an order for some softbox lighting kits. But so far in all the videos that I've done, I've been using these Home Depot clamp lights with parchment paper. Some lights offer you like bicolor settings. You can control the temperature of the light, meaning if it's a warmer sort of a, bit of a, I don't want to say yellow, but a warmer tone to something cooler. And that's, unfortunately, you can't do that with these lights, but what you can do is play with different bulbs. These max out, I believe, at 120, maybe 150 watts actually. So you can basically play with different bulbs in them, but they're obviously a very inexpensive option. And once you settle on the right bulb, and whether you're doing parchment paper, you're doing something to soften it, once you get that right, you don't really have to touch it too much. So a much, much more inexpensive option for yourself. As you've seen from my other videos, everything is on a budget right now. We're doing this the best that we can with the equipment that we have. And I wanted to show you the footage from those other takes when I was playing with that lighting, because there's ups and downs in this process. Let me know what you guys are using in the comments section. I'd love to hear. A lot of you are probably using higher end stuff, but maybe you are using simple lighting kits, or even just simple lighting. What is your strategy for putting together lighting for your videos? I'd love to hear it. I'm always open to new things. Obviously, daylight or natural light is you typically preferred. I've been playing with blocking out the window light to create a more consciously focused lighting plan where, you know, if the sun's out, you get a great, you know, it's really bright, or if the cloud cover comes in, you know, and throughout your video, maybe you're getting like changes in that lighting. So by blocking out your windows, you're at least maintaining consistent lighting throughout. So I'd love that. If you have any other questions about gear that I'm using or how we're doing this right now, or even if you have questions about you getting started, I'd love to answer those questions for you. Again, just leave a quick comment or ask a question about, you know, if you have something that you're trying to figure out with this as well. The best advice I got and the best advice I could give is to just start shooting. Whatever you have access to. I am doing this video, again, I said in the last one, with an iPhone 10 right now. I mean, it shoots 4K 60. I'm doing it in 4K 30 right now. And it's decent, especially if you've got, like, you know, full-on lighting like I've got right now. I think that what we see on screen is decent. You know, you don't get that, like, blurred background, that nice bokeh effect that gives it a little bit more of a professional look. But it's getting the job done, and what it's doing is it's allowing me the opportunity to edit my video, you know, play with sound, play with lighting. Also, if you guys have any ideas for, you know, an upcoming video from the perspective of a musician, you know, trying to get into the YouTube space, if it interests you and you're curious about something, please reach out. I answer, or try to answer, you know, every single comment on this channel. So once again, I want to say a huge thank you to people that are watching these videos, giving me a like, considering subscribing. Every time I see a new subscriber, makes me realize that what I'm doing is real and it's something. So this channel is growing, and I really appreciate everyone who's taking the time to engage in this content or engage in the conversations below. So once again, my name is Ryan. This project is called Tides on Earth. We will see you in the next one. Peace!